the number one. What? Listen to that jam.
I wonder who did that.
Right?
Weird.
That was playing at the fence show.
I know. I heard it several times. It was so good.
Veronica, I think this feels like the first podcast I've done in a really long time with the fence show, going to the UK and going to do some stuff, personal stuff. I mean, it's only fitting that you're on here with me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is how you chose to come back.
So everybody that's listening, we're back. We're coming back live on Wednesdays. This one actually is coming out a little bit early today, and we're going to actually re-release it again at 4:30 Pacific time for everybody that missed it. Right now, just was a pretty good time for Veronica and I to come on, and we got some announcements. We got some catching up to do. I know I've been pretty much what do the kids call it now? Out of pocket. What do you say when you're not at the work?
Half the things my teenagers say, I don't even understand. So I don't know.
Out of pocket, out of the office, whatever anybody wants to call it. So it's nice to be back. It's nice to be back here and, be talking to everybody live again. But Veronica, this is almost like a 30-day anniversary in a way. That's another reason I wanted to have you on here, right?
It is. It has been 30 days. It has been a month since I joined this team, and it has been amazing.
Yeah. So tell me about it. The last 30 days. I know I've been a little distant, but you and Susan have. I feel like you guys have gotten more done without me, but that's just my own personal opinion. But tell me about the last 30 days because you guys. You guys have got so much done. What's been happening?
So I'll tell you right after I joined the team. So those that, were living under a rock and didn't know, you offered me the position of executive director of World Fence Federation. Friday after the show, it was like 10 o'clock at night. And I jumped in and I was like, absolutely, I'm stoked. So Monday morning, set up my computer, got busy. And the first thing I did was we started scheduling meetings with the team. What worked, what didn't work. Let's talk about feedback. Let's get with, the venue. Let's get with anybody and everybody we possibly could, because we've already started kicking off. Not only have we started planning 26, but also gearing up for 27, because every year we have to outdo ourselves, right? So we've got to get that ball rolling. And then in the mix of all of that, we decide to throw in and take the fence show out of just Las Vegas and do something 100% different than what's being done in the industry, which anybody that knows me knows that is the bandwagon I jump on every chance I get. Yeah. So we're floating back and forth and just making sure that we're doing what's best for the industry as an overall. Hey, Susan.
What's up, Susan? She's always in the background somewhere, isn't she?
Somewhere, always.
No, we love Susan. Thanks for tuning in. She's actually helped out with some of the back end stuff on this one.
Yeah, she did. She's amazing. I texted her. I'm like, help.
No.
So yeah, we've been pretty busy, keeping things rolling, keeping things going, and just moving in the right direction for anybody and everybody that's involved.
Yeah. So I know you came, like I said, you came on right. I mean, we were talking kind of briefly. The fence show was just a lot of work, obviously, going on during that week. But you came in, and we were, obviously I had intentions of talking to you during the fence show or shortly after, and we were so excited to offer you a position to come aboard. Your experience and your skills to not just help, but bring people together, organize, and the way you connect with people. And I guess the way you come in and you just kind of, we don't even realize that you're running stuff sometimes. And we're like, wait a minute.
How did that happen?
How did that happen? Right. So we couldn't be any more grateful that you took the position, because we know you had a lot of options. I'm sure your phone was ringing off the hook with people wanting you to come work with them.
It's just 100%. I feel that was the right position for me with the right team and doing the right things. When Susan and we started Women of FWA, it was really geared off of all of this as well. Doing what's best for the industry and connecting people and doing the networking and doing the events. And it's funny, I was just talking to Sarah SWI earlier today, and I told her, I was like, there's nothing I'm doing I don't love. Like this is all the good stuff. So it's just, so far it's been great.
It's a lot of fun. And I feel like next year's show is really on track. I mean, you've helped a lot. We've done a lot. We pulled off obviously 3 amazing shows, And
Absolutely.
the fourth one is going to be even better with your help. There's no doubt. But we decided we'd squeeze something else in because we're in. I mean, obviously the women of FWA are a huge part of what we're doing, and that brings the family aspect in.
Absolutely.
Obviously. So it was a big deal for us to actually go. And I was nervous about going east, to be honest. I mean, I was talking to Brian from down there in the area in Florida. I think he's down in Florida, and he's excited we're coming down there, and he's already inviting people to the demo days that we're doing out of Orlando. And I was telling him, I go, man, I'm nervous because I don't have the luxury of just sending one of the Las Vegas fence trucks back to the Las Vegas fence yard, right? To go grab something.
This one is definitely going to push the organization and make sure that, all of our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed. And this industry is so amazing. The people in this industry that, I'm sure that if something comes up, thankfully that we have the resources to be able to reach out and give people a call. But this one's really going to test the organization as a whole and make sure that, we can pack it all up in one big, pretty bow and ship it and make it all happen.
Yeah, but with all what you guys worked on for the last couple of weeks, even without me, was just phenomenal. And I know I'm going to pull something up here. I mean, let's face it, you guys are harvesting fun. I mean, we really did, and this is straight from one, the facility where we're doing it at, right?
Yes.
So, in order to bring the kids and everything into this, tell me why this was so important to you guys that we brought the families and the children, everybody into our events.
Because that's what this industry is. If you talk to anybody in this industry, there are husband and wife dynamics. There are brother dynamics. There's brother-sister dynamics. There's kids, Nikki Hage and I not too long ago had a conversation about, the F word in our house is different than the F word in everybody else's house because our kids hear the word fence and they're like, ah, But it's very much of a family industry. And a lot of these people, have either been multi-generational that have joined, and then now they're looking for the next generation. Or, it's just, that's what this industry is a family. You've heard all of us tag out all over social media about the fence fam. And that's really a thing because not only is it our blood family, but it's us as a family as a whole. So making sure that we utilize that and we're bringing all that into this next event was super important to all of us. And I think
it was a difficult
we found a venue.
Yeah, I mean, what you guys found and created and negotiated, and I mean, I don't know how you guys did it, to be honest. I mean, I was baffled. I get back, everybody knows I was out for a little while on some personal stuff, and I come back and you guys have got contracts, you've got negotiations done, you've got right down to the ground conditions, to what we're allowed to do, what we're not allowed to do, what kind of, I mean, what's going on out here. So you guys created something that I don't know if I could have done by myself. I know I couldn't have. So we've got, for anybody that's listening, we're talking about Demo Days, which is right out of Orlando. How do you say the city again?
Astatula, Florida.
So right on the cusp of Orlando, going right. It's like I think it's a short ride from the airport there, Orlando Airport, and to Disney World, right?
Yes. So we're just 30 minutes outside of Orlando. So it's not too far away at all. And that really depends on traffic, of course, because Orlando is a big city, but we're hoping with the time. And then one of the things that was super important to me, and Brian's going to kind of roll his eyes, is I was like, listen, we got to be done by Friday afternoon so everybody can have time to go to Disney World. And he's like, what?
Yeah,
and I'm
we don't
like,
want
no, trust me.
We don't want this work to get in the way of your personal life,
I mean, if we're going clear across the country, for those of us that are traveling that far, if I'm going to be that close to Disney,
everybody's excited. Everybody's excited. You don't get any more family friendly and even adult friendly. I mean, everybody knows, if you follow me at all on social media, there's probably a million photos of me and my wife at Disneyland in California, right? So we're pass holders, so we go we go down there all the time, and sometimes we don't even ride rides. We just walk around and eat some churros.
And have Dole Whips.
Yeah, and a Dole Whip ice cream that she likes, and I get churros, and I believe that I'm probably, I don't know, type 1 diabetic from that peanut brittle or something, for all I know. I come back with it. But so being that close is cool, huh? So yeah, you are right though. We did plan it so that you could have Thursday, Friday, come both days, hopefully come one day, and then Saturday go to Disney World. And you know what? Maybe we'll all go together, right? We'll plan something. We'll try to get us all together at Disney World. That'd be even funner, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. And that would absolutely be a blast, because you know what's really crazy about this industry is we spend countless hours together during the week, but then we still want to hang out with each other, on the weekends or after these events. And it really just shows the industry as a whole.
Yeah. So you picked a property, and I say you, we, obviously all of us, right?
Yes.
But we picked a property here where, what are these things up above? I mean, these are like sunglasses or something. Are those ponds, fishing ponds?
Oh, the big things. So those are actually fishing ponds. So one of them is stocked with catfish, and the other one is stocked with bass. We are going to do some fishing going on, and look for a sponsor to actually sponsor those events. It's catch and release. You don't need to get a out of state, fishing license if you're not from Florida. You don't have to worry about any of that. It is catch and release. And they are actually, I got notice from the owner yesterday, but they have already started working on stocking those ponds for this event, to make sure that they've got plenty of time to grow, and we've got some good sized fish to be able to pull out of there.
That's cool. So we'll have fishing poles out there. Grab the family, go out there. Don't spend the whole time fishing, because you're going to want to see some of the demos and equipment. Yeah. But hey, maybe get there a little early and start doing some fishing, right? I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Get there before the expo hall opens up. Expo hall. I guess it's not an expo hall anymore, but it's exhibit areas and the demo areas. So, right. And then you've got there's all kinds of stuff out here. Look at the size of this parking lot. We're going to be able to park on site. There's at least 400 cars, and these areas you've got that you're going to be finding hopefully some sponsors to park some of their supplier trucks and things like that. So
we do have 3 of those spots available to be able to advertise, put your pretty truck out there. There's always, new wraps, new stuff going on. So we have 3 of those spots available. 2 of them are right on the main road as you're coming into the property. And then the other one is as you're entering the property, it'll be right there. Nobody can miss it.
Okay. So it's a facility setup. What was nice about this, obviously you're not using porta potties, you're using regular restrooms. It's a facility. We've got stuff going on. There's going to be an entertainment. Obviously, if you know anything we do, there's entertainment, right? So
Absolutely.
we have a barn set up for entertainment, which I'll have you show us in a minute. Okay. And then there's also there's something about tricycle racing or trikes. What do you call it?
Yeah, we're doing trike racing. We're in the process of, I actually want to put together a couple of them, one for adults and then also one for the kids. Okay. What's wrong with a little, trike racing in the middle of demo days?
Nothing wrong with that. So that's going to be going on, and there's a little splash pond thing. I don't know if you're going to be using it for the kids to play in. If not, it's going to be set up for some entertainment for the band and stuff that's going to be going on. I'm sure
there's a small movie theater there. There is a huge, ginormous, like whoop-de-whoop slide there. There's basketball hoops there. They also have a bounce pillow, which is kind of like one of the inflatable, jump on it kind of things for the kids. So there's definitely plenty of things to keep the kids busy while everything else is going on.
So we're going to have tools, I'm sure, trucks, equipment.
Yes.
It sounds like when I was talking to Susan, her phone is just blowing up with people wanting to select their booths and stuff already. So that's really cool.
Yeah. The women of FWA, Susan and I got on a live last night talking about holiday traditions. And of course, we couldn't not say anything. So the cat kind of got out of the bag on women of FWA last night. And it was shortly after that emails and phone calls started coming in. And so we're like, okay, just registration is now open. So as Susan said below, go to fnshow.com. You'll see that you can register for the event. And then anybody that is interested in the booth space that we're about to kind of go over and look at and kind of what's all included in that can reach out to us. And we will definitely work with you directly and make sure that you've got the right spot and the right kind of booth, because there are a couple different options, and get you signed up.
So it looks like you guys got this figured out. We got some 10 by 10 areas, which are gonna be some pop-up tents. And then is there something going on in that big barn up there?
Yes. So that is actually going to be the Fun Show barn. We will have some seating up there. We will have some kind of tools and stuff in there that we'll have been able to demo a little bit. And then any of the resources from FWA or World Fence Federation will actually all be in that barn. On top of merchandise, we're going to have, the first year demo days shirts going on. We're going to have some demo days hats going on, and whatever crazy other things that I come up with in the process. Maybe flying screaming monkeys or squeaking chickens. I'd come up with something.
Well, I think I asked. I mean, is there giraffes or elephants or something around there? Is that
I'm working on it.
that pond stocked with alligators? I mean, what is there going to be some sort of? Are we doing alligator wrestling? Everybody knows my paranoia a little bit of alligators, but
you might make an exception.
I'm pretty sure we'll check for those.
Yeah. If that fish seems too big as you're trying to reel it in, I would probably just let it go.
So this is the first real industry event where we're saying, bring the kids, pack the family in the minivan, come on over. And there's a lot of hotels nearby.
Absolutely.
You can stay at as well. And then there's going to be, it's going to be fun for everybody. So it won't just be everybody standing there next to the one person that is there to learn and talk about fence board. You're going to be able to go over to the entertainment area. You're going to be able to go over by the splash pond area, the racetracks. There's some playground equipment. We've got the ponds. Grab a fishing pole. We'll have fishing poles for both children and adults. So that'll be kind of a cool thing. And then there was also something that had like some sort of tractor ride thing, you said, where you're going to get sprayed off like a cow or a horse or something. What is that?
So they call it a cow wash, is what the venue actually calls it. And they kind of put you in like the tractor wagons. Yeah. So they put you in that, and then they drive everybody through a big sprinkler, and they actually call it a cow wash. So
is it this thing right here?
I think that's the closed little trailers. I think for the cow wash, they're open, but yes, same kind of concept. And that big white square right there that have the tables on it, that's actually the splash pad for everybody. So we will work between entertainment and hopefully have it up and running at least for a few hours for the kids. So if you come out, make sure, bring a change of clothes or some swim shorts or something, because definitely the kids will get wet. So
if your kids don't want to take a bath, don't worry about it. We're gonna run them through. We're gonna run them through the cow wash, and we'll get them in the splash pond. We'll get them nice and clean for you.
Absolutely.
So and this is the entertainment. This is the entertainment barn. This is not the big barn where we're gonna have all the FWA and World Fence Federation stuff and all that stuff in. This is the entertainment barn. So you'll have. We're not gonna tell everybody what kind of entertainment, but if you know the fence show and you know us. It's going to be some entertainment of some sort, something Florida's probably never seen.
Well, absolutely. No matter how far we have to bring it in, entertainment's such a big deal to us, and making sure that everybody's having a good time. So we've got some things up our sleeve.
So this right here, though, this is connected to the exhibit area, right?
Yes. So there actually will be 3 area right up front between the 2 entry pads. There's 3 booth space available right there. That is the fence show barn. So we will have some seating in there, so you can sit down, relax, have some chit chats, grab a bite to eat, be able to hang out in here, and then all of us will also be in and out of there as well.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And that's see if I can figure out how to use this. So and this is inside there. Oh, what was that? Ryobi was already in there once, huh?
Yeah, they were already in there once. I thought I uploaded the other one.
Here's an aerial view, though. So this is kind of cool. So explain to me what we got going on here.
Okay, so the barn that's actually closest to us, that is the barn we were just looking at. So that will be the fence show barn. That lot right in front of it, that's where all of our we're going to call that the exhibit or the exhibitor lot. So we will have 2 different areas. This will be the exhibitor lot. Then all the way over to the right, you can kind of see the corner. That's the entertainment barn. Now, on the other side of that tree, right smack dab in the middle, we may be building a demo arena.
Maybe.
Not maybe. Like we are. So we're going to have, we have some 10 by 20 booth lot spots available. And it's going to line up just on the other side of that tree. And that will include a 10 by 10 tent. And then you're going to have another 10 by 10 section. So you can actually demo right at your booth for those exhibitors that, have some stuff right then and there. Then just past that is where we will have the demo arena, which we will be scheduling demos to go on in that arena. It's for 1 hour. You get 45 minutes of demo time and then 15 minutes of cleanup, get it prepped for the next team that's coming in. So even for you, the big manufacturers and distributors, if you have a product out there, maybe you should reach out to some of your install companies that you work with and have them come out and do a demo of your product. And let them get their hands on it. It's different. You can talk about vinyl all day long and what the difference is, but until you start to snap that together, you really don't understand what the differences are or different techniques you need. So we're going to give you the space to do that.
So is that little racetrack there? Is that what that is?
That is the track.
It's not just
track.
Riding around on a piece of concrete. They got an actual track where you're going to, so when you say trikes, you're talking about those 3-wheel trike things where we're going to have grown men and women out there riding, and adults can ride these?
Yes. I actually got it into the contract that adults may have a trike race. So, we're also there. I'm sure there will be some beer service along the way, because what is a defense show without, some beer going on? So, I'm sure we'll make it real interesting.
So, and there's room to expand. You see up above there, that's parking. So
yes,
it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll have a little bit of indoor, outdoor. Obviously, it's Florida, so obviously sometimes it sprinkles for a few minutes, right?
Well, and all of our exhibitors will be getting a 10 by 10 tent and a table for their space. So if you have your own tent, that's fine. You can bring it. We'll have things set up already. But because we have to take Florida into consideration and the time of year, we went ahead and just started to make those arrangements and make sure that everybody has a 10 by 10 tent to hang out, just in case there is a little bit of sprinkling going on.
So the 10 by 10 booths, let me pull that up real quick and then we'll come back to this. So a booth itself, and I'm going to go over to the areas. So a 10 by 10 booth is going to come with a tablecloth. If somebody wants to swap that out for their own, they can, and a chair and a trash bag or a trash can.
Correct. And then every night we'll come around, we'll make sure that all the trashes are emptied and get you restocked for the next day.
Very nice. So, and that's going to be this area we were talking about here. And
that is between the big barn and the sunflower barn. The sunflower farm. The big green box is that tree.
Okay.
Like we're trying to figure out how to make sure it all mapped. And then of course you got the entertainment barn, and then those longer booths, those are the 10 by 20 that have a 10 by 10 tent and then a 10 by 10 demo little area right in front of you. And then we do have another set of 10 by 10s on the other side from the demo arena. And then, of course, the arena in the center. And we do still have room to continue to grow this thing. So, there's limited space, but we can make some wiggle room happen.
Yeah, we got some other areas to expand into. So hopefully, and it sounds like the feedback is just incredible. And this will be that demo area you were talking about where we're going to be doing that. So that is really, really cool. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. But let's talk about the UK a little bit, though.
Yeah, let's talk about the UK.
If you were following, I don't know if anybody was following. I went to FenceX in the UK, so we flew into London, and then First Fence was gracious enough to kind of host us a little bit and take us around all their locations that they had, which was incredible. I mean, the UK is obviously an island right there, and to see the facilities and how they do it there, and the style of fences and the shows. And I think we're definitely going to see the fence show get a footprint in the UK. Hopefully, working with the existing people there to bring the excitement and the energy of what we have here, and also help do some cross trading. And there's no reason that the U.S. just loses 5-10% of its market share out, and people are always trying to get some of that. I'm a firm believer. Hey, don't sweat it. But we need to go get 5-10% of the market share other plaplaces too. So we want to help. We want to help the manufacturers and suppliers and the fence companies that are selling materials be able to start getting stuff across the pond and selling over there. So I think that you're going to see a lot of that happening in the next couple years. World Fence Federation is going to be, it's going to be your gateway to hopefully do some cross trading with materials and stuff into the UK and Australia after that.
So one of the things I loved about following you during all of that was there was some of that material. I've been in the industry for 10 years, and there's some, I'm like, what in the world is that? Yeah. Like, how does that even work? So one of the things I would really love, and we're going to push really hard for at demo days, is to bring some of that material over here and see what's out there, because we do all live in our bubble. There's so many ways to skin a cat, but we all kind of stick to the same thing. So there's way different markets and way different installation methods and way different things that are going on in other countries, and being able to bring that all together is pretty exciting.
Yeah, and the ag industry is a little bit different everywhere. So we're definitely talking to a lot of those guys over there. And believe it or not, there's a lot of some of those exhibitors that were exhibiting at our show in Las Vegas.
Love that.
It was similar to ours. I mean, you'd walk 5 feet and you'd start either talking to somebody you knew, or somebody saying, "Hey, we follow you on LinkedIn or Facebook or something, and we follow your show. We're excited about working with the U.S." So I think that it's time for us to start. We kind of think that our whole world is just these 50 states we're in, but it's a lot bigger. So it's time to help bridge that gap between it. So I think that I'm excited to see what happens. And there's a lot of people from around the world that came to the Fence Show this year.
Yes, there was even walking through, you would hear, different languages, or somebody say, where they're from, or accents. And I was like, yes, this is what it's about, is bringing everybody together.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna stay on that. And I know we're gonna be doing a trip soon. Hopefully, what is it, next week or week after? A few of us are gonna go down here to Florida, take a look at this. And I think it's time that we bring some of the East Coast in. This is gonna be fun.
Absolutely. There's so many out there, and this is not like any other show. No. This is not the Fence Show that you guys see in Las Vegas. I really, really, really want to drive that home, because we had heard on some feedback of, well, why would you saturate the market? If you're going to do the Fence Show every year in Las Vegas, why do you also need to do it, in the East? It's going to be the same thing, and then you're having people choose. That is not what this is about. Yes, there will be exhibitors there. Yes, there will be a little bit of that, but it's so limited compared to what we're after for demo days. Demo days is about getting your hands on the tools in real ground, and on the equipment, and new augers that are out there. And, there's so many different tools and tips and tricks that are out there that you can only explain so much on a showroom floor, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're building these huge, massive displays that have 5 feet of dirt in the bottom of them, and they're packed, but that still it's not real life conditions.
Yeah.
We're actually doing this as real life conditions.
And the ag industry is going to be showing up, because we've actually talked to quite a few people, and we're hopefully going to get a bunch of those braces built, the ones that everybody in the industry has been working on hard to build, that the AG Fence Best Practices guide that's out there. So we're going to take that. We're going to have boxes of those things hopefully printed up in time for everybody to grab for this the event, and come and watch some of that stuff get built, and have some feedback on it, because the next version of the AG Fence Best Practices guide is probably going to be coming out not too long, and we're going to need input.
Absolutely. And we're looking for everybody's input. This is very much of a roundtable thing, making sure that we're all together and coming in it for what's best for the industry. Just because one person says it doesn't mean it's the best for everybody or every situation.
Yeah. So there's Aaron. He wants to know where in Florida this is going to be at.
You just don't want to say it again. Astatuba, Florida, which is just outside of Orlando. It's about 30 minutes from Orlando.
Be good to see you there, Aaron.
So, but yeah, we're super excited. We're going to have some gate safety stuff, some gate safety resources out there. We are in discussion about doing a little bit of education going on, but we're really trying to kind of maybe steer away from that a little bit. We want everybody outside with their hands on the tools and doing what they need to do. Aaron, we're excited to see it. It'll be a good time.
It'll be awesome. Dude, the feedback has just been incredible. I think this is going to be it's going to be just a huge event. Hopefully there's so many people, we're going to have to remote park people, shuttle them in. That's the plan, right?
I've got a backup plan. I mean, you should know by now. Even though Veronica wings a lot, there's usually some kind of backup plan going on.
So how do people going to get a hold of? How do you register for this? How do you attend? Just briefly, I mean, so if people are listening, that I'm sure people are getting excited now. How do you register to attend? I mean, this is going to be a full-blown. This is not something that just pops up where everybody's just showing up. I mean, if we've done a few years of events now, so it's going to be the same badging process. You're going to need to register. You're going to get badges. You're going to be able to scan QR codes on each other's badges, so that you can communicate and talk, using Fence Social even after the event. So how do they do this? Is it similar to the Fence Show?
Yeah, actually go to fenceshow.com. And right when you open fenshow.com, one of the first things you're going to see on there is demo days. So if you click on that for registration, it is $25 per adult. And then kids 16 and under is $5 a piece. So again, please bring them, bring the kids out, bring the wife out, bring the family out. Women of FWA, Susan and I will be there. We're already trying to rally all the girls. I know Yadira will be there because none of us are going to Disney World without her. Yeah. So she'll be out there. So women of FWA will be out there too. So have them come hang out with us. You know, we're going to find some couches and hang out and definitely have that vibe. So for
fenshow.com.
Fenshow.com. Yep,
so it's
absolutely.
a Fence Show event, basically. It's and it was a demo day similar to what we did a couple. It wasn't last year, not this year, and it turned into being such a great event that it was hard to manage it at the same time. So it really justified having its own venue and its own event.
Absolutely. And it's an animal in itself. You know, you got to focus on something totally different. And I know that a lot of the feedback that was given was that how are you in two places at one time? I feel like I'm missing out on the showroom floor, or I feel like I'm missing out on demo days. So this is a way for you to be able to, and you know, the beginning of the year, you're going to be able to kick off your operations and your installation in the field for the year. And then at the end of the year, you know, in October, you're going to be able to go to the Fence Show in Las Vegas and start meeting those new contacts and making those new deals and making those new arrangements to kick off the following year. Yep.
It looks like JC Gurry's already selected their booth. I think like 20% of the booths are already, we only announced it. You guys announced it on the Women of FWA. And then today or last night, you guys made a couple announcements or something through Facebook. And it's already like 20% of the booths at least are already, people are in the inboxes selecting booths. So how do they do that? If somebody wants to get a booth at this thing or wants to come demo equipment or show off their materials, how does that, or you have some sponsorship stuff available?
We do.
How does that work? How does that work? How do we get a hold of you?
So get a hold of me, Veronica, at worldfence.org, or you can get a hold of Susan at fenshow.com. And we will definitely get you guys taken care of. In other ways, you can reach out on social media. Susan and Brian definitely make sure that things are kept up on that. I keep an eye on it. So if you're interested, just drop a comment and one of us will definitely reach out to you. We have a ton of different sponsorship packages from, you know, higher dollar amounts all the way down to $500 sponsor package. And the reason we do that is because we were made for everyone in the industry. So we want to make sure that we're giving the opportunity to everyone, regardless of the organization size.
So do you have any bulk discounts if say I wanted to bring all like 15 of my kids or something? Is there something like that? Can we?
If you have 15 and you send me names and date of birth and copies of birth certificates, I will work out a deal with you. I might be the keeper of the Cheerios on that one.
We just want to meet the fencer with 15 kids. So let us know.
I'm sure there's one out there. So, but absolutely.
All right. So thank you, Veronica, for coming on. We're super excited. It's been a lot of fun. The last 30 days having you on board. We know after the 30 days, we know it was the right move. And you're helping us move everything in the right direction. Not that we were going in the wrong direction, but you are helping keep us focused and everything. So I appreciate all that. Any last minute things you want to say to everybody?
I don't. Everybody come see us. Come see us at demo days. If you've got questions, if you want some more information, reach out. We are an open book. I know that we've been kind of tight-lipped about this, but until you get all the particulars, we didn't want to get everybody excited and then, you know, something change or a location change. So it is all official. Things are signed and ready to rock. We're ready to see everybody in the East. I'm excited to be in Florida in March and not in Wyoming. So that's exciting. So absolutely. If you have any questions or want any more information on whether if it's FWA or World Fence Federation, again, please reach out. We'll be more than happy to chat with you and take care of you. And Brian, thank you for letting me be a part of this team.
No, we appreciate you. So there you have it, everybody. Get out there. You've got a few months to go buy your Mickey ears and your Mickey Mouse backpacks or whatever the new thing is and some pins. We will see you in Orlando. Go to fenshow.com.
Thanks, guys.